Hey, so I thought I would do a voiceover for this video. Keep in mind, there's a lot to know before you undertake 14'er. First of all, due to the popular demand of this mountain, you're gonna have to get there at probably at least 3 a.m. That's when my group and party arrived, was at 3. Now, there were actually people there that started as early as 2. Basically, the entire parking lot fills up very quickly. One other thing to keep in mind is that you will need something with all-wheel drive and decent clearance as well, because the driveway in is actually all cobblestone and rough and dirt that you will have to 4x4. I tried to make it as far as I could just using my two-wheel drive. I did eventually get stuck, so it's not a figure of speech. You will need four-wheel drive if you plan on fully going into the very trailhead. The other reason why you would want to arrive so early at Gray's Peak is that it is a very long hike. I know it says only 4 miles, but that's over a very steep gradient. It's a very steep ascent, and you might actually also want to try Torreys. That's what most people do when they do Gray's Peak. They also try Torreys as well. They're both very close to one another. One thing that I think is fairly self-explanatory that I completely forgot about until I had arrived is that the elevation of 14,000 feet is quite significant, and you will feel out of breath. You will feel the elevation, and you will have to breathe more. The estimates vary. I've been told it takes approximately 6 months to obtain full VO2 max. That is full adaptation to the higher altitude and thinner atmosphere. So keep that in mind. It was actually quite difficult for me to hike Gray's Peak. I've only been in Denver for 1 month, and that wasn't enough for me to run up that mountain as I would if it were in the Adirondacks or other mountains that I've hiked in the past in my life. So I was very surprised by how difficult it was with the elevation, especially with it being only a 4-mile hike. It felt far longer, and I imagine it probably is more than 4 miles when you count all the switchbacks that truly exist on the trail. And in fact, I was so surprised by how difficult it was that I might even consider doing a second video on this mountain, and even going back in with a meter stick to actually truly measure how long the trail truly is, because it was very difficult. It was a difficult hike. It surprises me because it is only ranked second on the list of difficulty. It probably would be a very good idea to have hiker's insurance, which they offer out here. At this time when I'm making the video, you do not need a permit to hike this mountain, but I wouldn't be surprised if they initiated one here fairly soon, because the traffic there was an absolute nightmare. We could barely find a parking spot even at 2 a.m. So overall, just make sure you're being careful and mindful and safe, and bring plenty of water when undergoing this trail, and keep in mind that the elevation will get to you, and the trail is more than likely a little longer than 4 miles.
God. Just look pretty ragged on the back of that one. Oh, I think the other one's a baby too. He looks a little unsure with his footing. It's just a baby. The last stretch